I'm going to give you all a few moments to come in and get the broadcast started. We came out just a few moments ago to have a discussion. I wanted to have an hour-long discussion, and we ran out of time. So I'm giving the broadcast a moment to kind of catch up. But so we were going to talk about Black love and what Black love is, etc. Whether or not Black love is equal to struggle love, and the RMTP. You know what, these platforms, I tell you, they ain't no joke. I'm telling you that much. They have, you know. They have ways of quote unquote keeping you in your place, right? They have ways of letting you know what you can and cannot talk about. So good morning. I am getting ready. As you see, I don't have on my video making uniform today. Well, I did earlier, but then I had to take it off and jump into my clothes because we're going to be doing bereavement stuff today, just going to go sit with the family and, reminisce and stuff like that. For those of you who don't know, I spoke about it in my Tanya TKO After Dark video last night. And so, hey, welcome in those of you from the text notification squad. YouTube is doing something strange, and I don't know what it is that they're doing. You see, after our broadcast last night, look at the number of people that are on this broadcast. There were 5 people before I sent out the text notification. So to those of you who are on the text notification squad, go ahead and give yourselves a thumbs up and a round of applause because, because these platforms, they think that they can control us and they think that they can force us to do things how they want us to do it. And so I'm glad that we have a way to stay in touch with each other outside of their whims, because I put the word Black in the title of the last video and YouTube decided that they were not going to spread the video to my base. So thank you all, text notification squad. Go ahead and throw up your 10s. Let me get you all up on the screen. Let me see. Is red belt too much? No belt? Red belt? I don't know. Would I be Tanya without a splash of color? You know what I mean? So I'll go ahead and put on my red belt. Listen, y'all. We're going to come back out later and make a video about Nina, you see Nina coming in after 3 or 4 weeks talking about, oh, are we still doing, girl, where have you been? Are you still doing Zooms? Are you still doing Zooms? What are you doing? All right, ciao. Listen, you see her come in after missing in action for a month. And here she come talking about, we still do, girl, you done missed the accountability, partner assignments, and all of that. What's going on with you? All right, so Nina says she's been on all of them. Have you all seen Nina? Have you all seen Nina? Have you all seen Nina? Listen, I ain't about to tussle with you today. See, you see the question marks talking about accountability. This is what I'm saying. All right, so girl, listen, these YouTube streets are getting muddled, child. I had to cuss a man down to the ground last night. It got ugly. Girl, it turned into something else. I don't know what that was. It turned into it turned into WWE verbally. The way I got on that man, girl, child. Listen, when my broadcast started messing up, I lost it. I lost it. Goodness. All right. So I think this is pretty much it. I just wanted to let you all know so that you're not waiting for the broadcast because we're going to postpone it until later. So we're just going to talk until my person gets here, that is who is picking me up. Um oh my goodness. You see Nina talking about, oh, I did miss that. I did miss that. Listen, you know what? I'll follow up because there's some people who are who are coming at me because of how I verbally attacked and ripped that man to shreds, right? And I don't want people to be mistaken, right? I know that that is not the best that I can be, right? Let me give you a self love lesson right here. I know that that is not the best that I can be, right? However, while making shifts in how it is that I show up and how I choose to show up, it is important that I forgive myself. Like, there's nothing I can do about past behavior. There's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing you can do about past behavior. However, what I can do is look within myself and figure out, how did I get there, and how do I, if that's not what I want and if that's not how I want to show up, how do I shift that so that so that it doesn't become, so that I'm not taken into places or go into places that I don't want to go unless it's a full choice and I go into it willingly, right? So there were a lot of things. I told you we're grieving. There's a lot going on. It's been a rough pandemic. And there's something, and I need to figure out this within myself. I'll talk with my life coach about, why is it when my broadcasts mess up, why does it affect me so viscerally? Like, when my broadcasts are not, I don't know what it is. It's not, I'm not a perfectionist, right? However, I feel, I don't know, I need to dig within that for myself, right? Why does when the broadcast start getting, when it goes down, when things start malfunctioning, it's like, I know that you all don't think I'm unprofessional. I think that there's just, I put a lot of pressure on myself because I want to, because you know what? I think it has something to do with, and this is what I'm saying, you all have to take the time to get to know yourself, right? And figure out what's going on with you, right? With me, I am I have been a high achiever. Starting from young, I was in preparatory classes and invited to boarding schools and preparatory, et cetera, all across the nation, right? So I started out very intelligent. And so I have a certain level of a standard that I expect from myself when it comes to that which I am creating and producing. And when the broadcasts start messing up, I take it very personally. I take it as a, I don't know, as an indication that I am not striving, that I am not at the top of my game, that I'm not doing the very best that I can do. And whereas it's easy for me to forgive myself for emotional outbursts and things that are internal, when it comes to being proficient and that type of stuff, I really hold myself to a very high standard. And so I have to learn to forgive myself for mechanical mess ups that have nothing to do with myself. And I have to figure out a way that when I feel myself becoming irritated, first of all, I have to figure out what's underlying underneath that feeling, that when something goes wrong broadcast wise, that it hits me like right here. It hits me and I'm like, it just really irritates me. So I need to work on that with myself. And there are things that you need to work on, triggers, things that trigger you. Broadcast messing up and not being proficient, not being at the top of my game, that really irritates me. I hate it because when it comes to videos, and these are the types of things that you would work on with your therapist or your coach, depending on what it is that you feel that you need to work on, right? And I don't want to be losing my cool and snapping on people and stuff like that. So I need to figure out why I have such a heavy emotional reaction. And my coach is really good with working with me. And the thing is that you have to be honest. In the same way that I just let it down and open up and am honest, you all have to be honest with yourselves as well. Listen, I'm going to turn on the phone lines real quick. The phone lines are open. I'm going to take a few phone calls for anybody to call in and just speak whatever it is that they need to speak. Right now on my ride, I have 10 minutes. Not my ride, my person coming. It's not a service, it's just family gathering together. So the person is going to be buried in Jamaica. And so they're not going to have a service per se here. And when they do, I'll most likely wear white. Something flashy and flamboyant. Listen, don't come to my funeral dressed in black. I'm going to make sure that that color is outlawed. Don't come to my funeral dressed in black. Okay, so listen, phone lines are open. All right. Okay, you're on the air live with Tanya. What's your
Hey,
name?
Jennifer.
Hey, is this Just Jay?
Yes, ma'am. How
Hey,
you
take
doing?
me off speakerphone. I hear a little bit of an echo in the background.
Okay, let me take it off. Is that better?
Okay, yes, that is much better. All right.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
see you already answered my question. I was wondering if you was going to a, like a service or homegoing funeral or whatever for your friend.
Yeah, well, it's a family friend. This person was older, actually related. I'm calling the person a family friend, but I don't really know how to I don't know how to describe the person. How would you all describe a person who is your niece's grandfather? So the father of her mother, you know, the father of her
Like an
mother.
uncle or a grandpa, really the same difference.
Yeah, so
I was just wondering because if y'all was going to a formal service, I was thinking no red belt. But since y'all just having a gathering, I think it'll be fine. Cause you already radiant, sis. I don't want you like distracting folks while they trying to grieve.
do you hear listen, I ain't your bagel. Don't try to butter me up. Don't try it.
I'm just saying,
Don't try to
sis.
butter
You
me
look
up.
beautiful though, but that red is popping. I love it though. But yeah, I was sorry to hear about your friend. So I trust that, you all will come together and fellowship and do your little thug thizzle.
Yeah, well, thank you so
I
much. We
think that's
appreciate
all I
that.
had to talk about. But yeah, I just hope you have a little safe trip and, wherever y'all going and, y'all can process things. Oh, but what I was going to say too about the whole, when you get frustrated with the video and stuff like that, I was telling somebody in the chat, Leos in general, I know me, I don't like surprises, right? So you ever seen a
Mm,
cat how when a cat get ready to tread on ground that they're not familiar with, how they'll take a little paw and kind of tap the surface to see what they're working with before they just fully walk out there.
okay.
They do it to prepare themselves. And so when you've already done everything you need to do to prepare yourself, it's just like that cat. You've already tested the water. You've tested it enough to see whether or not it's safe for you. So then you out there and then it's a little fumble and it throws you off, you know? And
Yeah,
so I
but you
don't
know
think it's
what?
about you being a perfectionist, but it is
Is
about
hold
you
on, hold
already
on,
ventured.
hold on, hold on.
Oops, sorry.
You know this is never about analyzing me. I have a life coach who I pay to do
Yeah, for
that.
sure. I
So
know you was already saying that you have to search out yourself. So yeah, I wasn't trying to analyze you. I ain't fit
you
for
are
that. I was just
analyzing
saying.
me, and now you making it about my zodiac sign and all of this. But
Oh, I'm
listen, it's an
sorry.
opportunity for us to really look within ourselves. So since I have
For
you on the
sure.
line, what is something that triggers you, and what's underneath that for you?
For me, my trigger is not being listened to. Like if I feel not
You
heard,
mean like if
like
I'm
a
talking
person
over
doesn't.
you right now? while you
Not
trying to talk
necessarily. No,
and
no.
clobbering you with my.
It
Okay, I'm just
depends.
joking. I'm just joking. Go
Doing
ahead.
it, if you keep doing it, we're gonna have problems. But I could brush that off for so long. But yeah, like even in the situation before, yeah, something like that triggers me, especially if somebody's gaslighting or they're being condescending or dismissive. Because it's
Yeah.
like you don't have to agree with me, but you have to be in a space to hear what I'm saying, even if it don't make sense. It's all about the energy. But if I'm talking to you and you like, oh yeah, yeah, I know, yeah, right,
Okay.
right,
So
right. It's
are
like
you
okay,
willing to get to the bottom of why that triggers you?
oh yeah, I know why it triggers me.
Okay. So what are you going to do about your trigger then?
See, the problem with me is I'm well aware of my triggers. I am trying to learn how to disengage my triggers. Really, I just want the whole trigger out the way. Like, you know how people are like, oh, you pushing my buttons? I don't even want to have buttons. So that's what I'm trying to
Right.
work
So
on
what are you,
personally.
so what are you doing to get to the bottom of it and figure out? So
Mainly is
once you
my
feel
D.
triggered, what do you do about it then?
Well, it depends on the it depends on how hard that trigger pull, right? So sometimes I can't front. Sometimes it be a blackout. Sometimes I can process the
But
stuff and
what do
kind of walk
you
myself
do?
through it.
What do you
But
do
this is what I'm
to so
saying.
you
There are
can't be just
times where I
blacking
can.
out there, girl. We don't even know where to send the bail money.
Well, that's the problem. I ain't stupid. I'm crazy, but I ain't stupid, right? I know how to stay out of jail because I ain't fit for jail. I'm just not.
What
So,
about our
but what
girl
I
in the text notification squad talking about the amount of time she's been arrested? I was like, wait a
but yeah, I
doggone
have the
minute.
full badge. But that's where the DBT stuff come in that my therapist was
Okay.
that taught me, and I'm able to sometimes I'm able to pull myself back and question things. Okay, Jennifer, are you running off of logic? Are you running off of emotion right now? Okay, is this a fact or is this just how you feel? Is that exactly what the person said? Because sometimes when
Okay.
I know me when I'm triggered, I can just take something and run with it when you have to look at context, you have to look at inflection, the whole
Okay.
nine. So,
All right.
yeah, that's just something that I try to personally do. And I can't say I always get it right, but that's what
Okay.
radical acceptance is about. It's like, hey, two
Okay.
peas in a bucket. We'll try tomorrow.
You know what? Thank you so much for your call. Thank you,
I
Jennifer.
love you,
We
Tanya. Have a
love
good
you
day.
too.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
All right. My person is not here yet. At least I don't know of yet. So, um, I'll take the next call. The phone line is open for the next person. Hey, Kevin, welcome in. We're having a very small broadcast today. You know what? I'm so happy that we figured out a way to circumvent the YouTube notification thing because YouTube is bugging. You're on the air live with Tanya. What is your name? Hi, we can't hear you. So you know what? Try calling back in again because the audio is not coming through. All right, thank you. All right. So the I know what people say behind my back and then they come in my space and act out in on the sly. Can't stand no snakes. Well, you know, this is you have to you know, you know. All right. Let me I'm probably we're gonna spend a few more moments on here and then we're going to jump off. I appreciate you all coming out. I really appreciate, the community that we are building. So I appreciate you all. As a matter of fact, there is oh there's some stuff that I need to take care of in terms of list maintenance. But yeah. So Tam Tam is the one who started the Leo talk. Yeah, okay. So that means you want some too. You want some Tam Tam? You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hey, Tanya, it's Nina.
Hey, Vina? Oh, Nina.
Nina.
Dina.
Yes, how are you? Good morning.
Hi, but you saying your name like we I know you already.
I know. The last caller wasn't me, and I was like, well, I'm gonna take the opportunity to come and explain this whole text situation.
Okay.
You know what's so unusual, Tanya, is I've been getting the text, right? but I forgot that you send out the emails as well. So like I'll get the text saying you're going live, so I'll hop on and I'm in the comments, but I'm like, where the Zoom's been at? And I checked my email and it wasn't there either. So I just wanted you to know I've been here. You just haven't seen me for some reason.
Okay. Well, you know what? I kind of laid off of the studio audience for a little bit because it seemed like people were scared to speak publicly with their opinions. So it's like people wanted to talk behind the scenes, and I'm not set up for having 2 hour long stuff after a 2 hour long broadcast where people decided that they wasn't going to talk publicly. So
No, I totally get that. But you know, when you were explaining about your YouTube situation as of late, I say, hell, bring it back more of it, Tanya. I like to see you revved up. It just makes my day. So I feel like
why would it
anything you
make your
gave
day for
him,
me to be out here acting wild and crazy?
because you know what? It comes from a good spot. You know, I don't
Cursing
even know what
people
the
out comes from a
situation.
good spot.
When you, I just feel like if you're getting revved up, somebody puts you there, and it's like, hey, you poke the
Yeah, but you
tiger,
know,
you're
at
gonna get
the
a bite.
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we are in control of ourselves and our choices. You know,
This is
so
true.
if you I think the issue is when you don't have a choice about it. Like there are times I cuss people out and I have a
Yeah,
choice about it. Last
sure.
night I was sent over the edge. I was sent over the edge when my broadcast went down. I lost it.
It
I
was too
called the
much.
man all
Yeah.
types of N words and everything.
Uh oh.
Yes, I
Well, we love you
did.
anyways. No one is perfect, but we love you, we support you, and I just wanted to let you know that I am here and I'm watching. I promise.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for calling
Have
in.
a good
How are the
day, Tanya.
babies?
Oh my gosh, they're doing really, really well. Little one has been sick, but he's getting over that. But just in general, we're in a good spot. We're just riding the clock out for a few more months, and then I'll be able to
Okay. Well,
show you
that's
them,
good.
and I'm so excited.
Oh, how wonderful. We're excited for you. Thank you for keeping us updated. And we'll get back together again. Just been dealing with a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but we'll get back together again. All right.
And you are in my thoughts and prayers, Tanya.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
You all are something else. Talking about some people need to get cussed out. Oh, Lord. But you know what? Yes, some people do need to get cussed out. I think the issue is when you lose it. Like how Jennifer was talking about blacking out. That's, you have to keep yourself under the type of control you choose to keep yourself in. And if there are things that are sending you out of control, you need to figure out what are those things. You know what I mean? And figure out if that's how you want to get down, if that's how you want to get down, and that's who you choose to be. I myself want to improve and be, the best version of myself during the times of those versions. There will be times where the best version of myself is the person laying out some cuss words on someone's backside. But, it can't be all the time. Can't be all the time. And it has to be when I want to go there. You know what I mean? So I know going forward, right, that if I'm on the line with somebody who's frustrating, because this is something I'm learning about myself, because we all have to take the time to get to know ourselves. If I'm on the line, let me text and see, because it's supposed to go down at 12 o'clock. Um, Let me just text and see where, I forgot what I was saying. Um, I don't remember what I was saying. I forgot my train of thought. But yes, if it's a place that tell me, what do you all think? I'm trying different things with the telephone icon. So I changed it to my signature pink. And what do you all think of this color? Is it too bright? Is it distracting? Because I wanted it to stand out more than last night's, because last night kind of blended into the background. So I went back into the signature pink, and I also added some telephone waves. You see how if I be quiet, you see it pulsing. or radiating rather. So yeah. So what do you all think about that? I just trying new things. You just have to continue to try new things. Oh, the phone lines are open. I'll take another call while we're waiting. And so I appreciate, because you see right now, let me see. So right now we have 184 people. I only decided to go live on YouTube. So somebody's saying it's too bright. Well, the thing is that I don't typically wear red in my videos, so I typically wear black. And last night's, if you look at the way last night's looked, last night's was, I had a more muted color. Actually, I have it here. I have last night's color here. So this is last night's color. And I felt like last night's color just blended in too much. Like it didn't really stand out. You know what I mean? So I wanted something that stood out, especially so that people could see the phone number. Because if you're looking at the screen and you're like, what's the phone number? Then that means that it's not showing. So I decided to go with a much brighter color. Seems like for the most part, you all like it. The purpose of it is to stand out so that it is on the screen. I think the moving sound waves is another way of holding attention, especially for calls where you can't see the person. You know what I mean? So, all right, I'm going to jump off and just wait for the person. Because if we had all of this time, we could have done my broadcast. We could have done my broadcast. We could have done my broadcast. The phone line is open. 323-488-3149. All right. Well, you know what? Since I have you all here on the line, what are some of your feedbacks about things about the broadcast that you feel are good? What are some things that you feel need improvement? Somebody had the nerve to say that I'm not original in terms of my broadcast. I was like, so please, I already know that I am. I innovate on this platform. I innovate. So, let's see. If no one's calling in, You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hey, Taylor.
Taylor from last night?
From last night, yeah, Taylor. Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey. Yeah, I just wanted, I'm late, so I wanted to apologize.
How come you ain't on text notification squad, Taylor? It's $1.99 a month or $22 for the year.
I'm with it, but I had an important phone call with a family member and I couldn't get off the phone.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just getting off the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, so I am so sorry about that.
It's okay. But you said you're a part of the text notification squad?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I love you dearly. I love you to death. I even shared your post last night. It was my first time talking to you, and I was. Well,
I was taken down into the drudgeons.
Well, I shared part 2.
Okay,
when you were talking about it.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say, I wanted to say this, especially concerning black males, that women run the world.
Oh wait, were you the one who was talking about you not good at multitasking because you're a man?
No.
That wasn't true. Okay.
No. I want to say that women do run the world.
Okay.
Because if a man wants to pursue a woman, if the woman's standards are high, he will meet those standards.
Or he'll cuss her out and say she too bougie. If I was to
approach a woman, I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, hold on. Unless he just cuss her out and say she's too bougie.
No, not that. Because I respect that. If I run into a woman and she says, "Oh, I don't talk to a guy that sags," then guess what? The next time I'm approach her, I'm gonna have my pants up.
Okay.
If I talk to a woman that says, "Oh, I don't like a guy that does that does this and this." Okay, then I'm going to change that just to get with that woman.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know,
fake. That's fake.
that's not
It's
fake.
fake. It's fake.
That's me bettering myself. No, that's me bettering myself because
No, it's you.
I want that lady.
I know, but if you decide that sagging your pants is what's right for you, right? And you're like, oh, well, I want to get with this woman. This is kind of what we were talking about last night in terms of the pursuit. So it's like, okay,
Hmm.
so while you're pursuing her, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to keep my pants up to be in her good graces. But then after you hit, or after she likes you or gives you what it is that you want, whatever it is that you wanted, if you had that desire to have your pants sagging, um,
I'm talking about a man, though, Tanya. Yeah, I'm a man, and I'm really using that as an example because if that's just a fade that I'm going through, I'm doing it because it's popular because everybody else is doing it. But when it's serious and you see that woman that got it going on and you just can't stop thinking about it. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to show her that yes.
right. And this is part of what
Mhm.
I feel is so sad. I think
Yes.
it's sad. I think that's sad because it's like you're like, but I'm a man. I'm a man. I mean, right, you're a man. However, you allowing your puppet
Hmm.
strings to you swaying whichever the way a woman you're interested in wind blows. It's like you're doing something because it's popular, not because it's something that you want to do. But the moment that somebody with some eyelashes and some lip gloss is like, I don't like that, then you start skipping to the loo.
Yes. I mean, yes.
And you see,
Because
and the thing is that there's
she
so
has
many men who
standards,
don't see
so
an
that
issue with
impresses
that.
me because I can get it. I can get it from anybody I want to get it from, and I don't have to try hard, because
All right, Taylor,
that's
thank
how
you
the
so much
world
for
is.
calling. Thank you. Thank you for your point of view. Thank you. We'll talk about this another time because I got to jump out of here. Thank you.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
All right. Okay. So listen, we'll talk a little bit more later. Men think that they think they so smart, but they don't realize how they really be making themselves look. They don't realize it. Anyway, let me jump out of here. I'll see you all in the next broadcast. All right. We'll come back later and we'll talk about this whole. Don't listen. Don't call him names. Don't call him names. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know we all a family here. Don't call him names. I'll talk to you all in the next broadcast. Hugs to all of you. Okay. Hugs to all of you. All right.